Hello, lovelies. It is another beautiful day, and it's a little bit snowy outside today, but it's so nice. I'm so glad you guys are all here. I'm really looking forward to practicing some channeling with you today, answering any messages, having any intuitive guidance might come through. Very excited to hang out with y'all again. It's another Friday. These are like my really happy times just to be in this high vibe energy, sharing that space with all of you high vibe lovelies, and it's so nice just to be here. So thank you guys for being a part of this. All right, just popping in through the chat. And if y'all can see the deal at the top there, if you can post your messages. Pin that one. Hi. Hey, Angela, Gaurav, Anne, White Rabbit, Disha, Dipti. Beautiful to see you guys. Hi, Anne. Chaitu, beautiful to see you. Hi, Samruddhi. Hey, Mel. KB, Siobhan. Oh, it's been a while. Great to see you, Siobhan. So nice to see you. Hey, Karen. Hey, lovely. Hi, June. Hey, Luz. Great to see you, Maria. Hi, Tina. Hey, brother Jim. Jim, I'm going to be sending you a message. You're on my to-do list here today, so I'll be reaching out to you to get it. Hey, Kay. Okay, great. I'm coming through. You can see the ticker tape at the bottom here. If you can let me know if you do not want your name displayed, let me know that first. Give me a few hearts. Give me a question. And yeah, just like I say here, yeah, let me know if you do not want your name displayed. If I mistakenly show your name, I will be, I'll go in afterwards. I'll blur it out. And as I display names, it's kind of easier for you to scrub through the video and find your place. But I also will be putting timestamps in for everyone's name and your reading, and you'll find that in the description below as well. And you'll find all my contact info and links to other sites that I'm on. You can find that there. And I am collecting donations now. So while I do donations, I actually, the profits, a portion of the profits will be going to a charity. I haven't picked out what that charity is. I'm looking for feedback on good charities. So always looking for just to kind of give back outside of my time that I currently do already. And I make no money. So it's always good to be able to do this. So it's nice to get some donations and pay my bills. So it's nice. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to start tagging people here and adding them to the list. So I got Gaurav here. Great. And so Vester, I've added you. White Rabbit, added you to the list. Hey, Disha. Dipti, got it. Okay, Dipti, I got you. Disha, I'm doing great. Mentally, I'm doing good. Physically, the body is aligning itself to the universe. And this is, maybe I should just kind of share this anyways. What is going out with the universe. There is an alignment that's happening, and you guys kind of all heard this, but this alignment is falling into unity, and the unity is the unity is a balance between everything. So you think about your bodies right now and the ecosystem that your body is. So you have your mind, you have your physical body, you have your own awareness. So there's a few aspects, and there's like another fourth dimension of that. Then within the cells themselves, you have to think that we have the digestive system, the endocrine system, the lymphatic system. You have many different systems that are running through the body, and each of these function in their own independent way without your knowledge or direction. And as we're getting into a healing state, we begin to heal the bodies in different way. And right now, like we're talking to the body, or at least I'm talking to my body. I don't do it consistently enough, which I'm noticing now that the body's getting a little bit angry at me. So I need to do that more and do more emotional releasing. And I'm putting out an emotional releasing series on different fundamental personalities of ourselves, like fear and anger and angst and whatnot. And I'm doing that really for myself to really go through healing the body, which I'll share with everyone else. But what's happening with our systems as well, as we're feeling all these energies that are coming through, our energies and our cells are coming into a balance of unity. So if you think about the perfect piece of music that's played, and as all the pieces are played together, they all come into unison and there becomes harmony within there. Well, right now within our bodies that are healing, we might be able to talk to certain aspects, but our mind might be chattering in the background. And even if we get the mind chatter, there might be another part of the body that's not working, or something else that we're not controlling, an external factor that we're not controlling. So what's happening naturally with our systems as well, as we begin to focus our time on our meditation, or quiet our minds, work with the emotional piece, and really work out who we are as a person and getting closer to our awareness within our heart, everything's going to be falling into balance to a point that, the flower has been watered, it's been planted, there's food in there, it's receiving sunlight, and it is just going to be falling into unison, that you no longer have to touch it anymore. And that's really been the strong message that's been coming to me lately, that I don't need to touch any of this anymore. I've done all the work. There is work to be still done, like still foundational stuff that needs to be done, but the work of knowing the mindset and calming the mind, now you got to kind of let back and just trust that the body's going to be working. And I find that is really the chatter. So every time I get up or move or something happens, some days I'm just really stiff and I can't move. Like this morning, I spent 5 minutes trying to get off the floor. It was after doing stretches. It was brutal. So when you get that thought, it's the mind just goes into chatter. Oh my God, I'm getting worse. And it's that chatter that has to be stopped. And that's the stage I'm in right now, try to stop that chatter, or I am stopping that chatter and just training the body and the mind to stop that. So, when we first did meditation, you're training the body and the mind to be quiet in meditation to avoid the chatter. Now doing that in a conscious state as these negative things come up and trying to catch it quicker and quicker and quicker. So this really is a process, and is a long process, and it sucks. It is a pain in the ass to really go through these emotions all the time. It's draining. It's emotionally draining. And there's a reason for that. So this is why it can't be done overnight. It can't be done in just one session. It can't be you go to somebody, they give you scalar work or releasing, and it's one and done. It's not like that. It really is. This is a stepping stone, and for you to do a lot more work that goes along with it. So that's really what's happening in the world, the universe, with our own, and we're talking about the universe within our own physical selves and the awareness in our higher pieces. And that's what's going on. So I hope that makes sense to you. I know it's a little bit out there, but it is what it is. And that's where I'm at in my current state. So So Disha, thanks for asking how I am. That's how I am. A little bit nuts. Yeah, a little bit nuts. Great. Okay, so now Disha, I see your question. I'm at you. Okay, Chaitu, I'm adding you. Good morning, Jurgita. Adding you as well. Good morning. Mel. I miss you, Mel. Been so long. I'll be coming back for the 102, so I'll be with you there. Kathy, I'm adding you. Siobhan. Okay, so I see that there is lots of comments here, and I'm just going to start moving and reading. And again, if I miss any of you, let me know if I miss you. And I'm just kind of grabbing them in order. And yeah, okay. So let's get going. And I'm just going to mute my phone here because people are messaging me, and I don't want that. Cool. Awesome. Got it. Okay. Now let's start with the time. 8. Okay, I'm going to start with Gaurav here, and 8:40. Gaurav. Got it. Okay, Gaurav asked, should I take a loan of 3.5 CR? Okay. Eric, would you come in? I set the boundaries today. Only allow those that have the highest and best vibrations into this space. Yeah, thanks. Okay. Eric, Gaurav is asking, yeah, thanks. Should I take a loan of 3.5 CR? I'm not getting a no on this. It feels kind of flat right now. Should Gaurav take it? It's not going to hurt. Essentially what I'm hearing. Having a loan will kind of give you the peace of mind that you need right now. I'm also hearing that you don't need it. It's not necessary, but it's also something that you can, that'll give you that peace of mind to bring your collective thoughts closer to yourself. You can calm yourself down without freaking out so much about you're going to get kicked out or that these other problems are going to happen. Because ultimately, you're smart. You're smart and you're a hard worker, and it's all going to work out for you. But there is possibly another option of how to do this. And what I'm being shown is look at an app. Oh, is that really going to work? Okay, so there's a couple of ways that you can play this. And one is there's a product and an app called Celsius. And Celsius you can buy cryptocurrencies from there. And then you can take a loan on your cryptocurrencies, but it stays yours. So as cryptocurrencies get bigger or smaller, and many of them are expected to go bigger, that you can get the loan on that. So, but it's still, the product is yours and it's still going to fluctuate and grow. So the investment is still yours. But of course there's a risk that goes along with that, picking the right one. But that is an option for you. But ultimately getting a loan will kind of give you the peace of mind that you're looking for. But ultimately, in the grand scheme of things, if you were there, that you could actually manifest the money that you need without actually taking a loan. But I get that you're actually not there, so it's going to be like almost too late, not ready for you. So you need to kind of calm yourself down, and a loan might actually be a good thing for you. So that's what I'm getting for you, Gaurav. And again, I'm no financial expert. I'm no medical person. I'm just passing through what's coming through me, the intuition guidance. And whether that is right or wrong, I don't know. There's my disclaimer. So proceed with caution. Yeah. There you go. Thanks for asking that question. Very cool. Very cool. Hey, Ann. Okay, so let me get to Ann Sylvester here. And Ahsen. Ann says, my friend is still stuck in Ukraine. You said this was his life lesson, but he keeps asking me for help. I have no idea how to help. Any guidance would be appreciated. Yeah. So he's asking for help. But really, when it comes down to this, is the soul contract. You've signed up for this. There's something for you to do, and there's something for you to give back to. So that there is a need for them to learn their lesson. And we have to remember who we are on this planet, that we are actors. We're in a suit. This isn't who we are. This body, this face, this mind isn't who we are. We are just here to learn something. So there is something for your friend to learn and gain from this. And I know that's not the answer you want to hear, but sometimes when your child wants ice cream for breakfast and that's not right for them, you got to do what's right. And this is the same situation, that this isn't necessarily for you to help them through this. It's not for you to do their homework. They have their own homework to get through, and they have their own lessons to get through. So there is a lesson here for them to learn. Now, ultimately, that they could separate themselves and say, okay, I do not want to do this, and exit out in some way. But they'll have to learn that lesson again, whether in this lifetime or another lifetime. It'll happen to them. So helping them, there is something for them to learn. And you have to remember, like when we get pressure that's put onto us that is just completely life-changing, you eventually need to settle into it. When I developed MS and degenerative disc disease, months prior to that, I was doing jumping, spinning roundhouse kicks in a 6th degree black belt. And I was, doing quite a bit in a very thriving business. And, my world changed. Who I am now compared to who I was 5 years ago, completely different person. And I'm so glad it's happened. So know that the pressure that's happening isn't for you to solve. It's not for you to do their homework for them. They have a lesson to learn, and it's going to suck. Yeah, it sucks. But ultimately, there is no wrong that can happen here. All the bad is actually good. It's all goodness out there. And that is a hard pill to swallow. But it's something that we eventually learn as we go through this work in the process. And as they go through it, and even if it's death, that's a good thing, because you go back home. It's like, okay, you get to recalibrate. It's like you failed the test. You didn't fail, but you did the test and you get to retake it. Okay, now I'm going to go study the parts that I didn't really get. I'll come back to this earth, then another incarnation, and I'm going to learn that lesson again. So it's a really crappy pill to swallow, but this is what it is. Sorry, not all messages are what we want to hear, but that's what the quantum is. What we expect isn't what we expect. Thank you for asking that question. And I'm actually going to start that one. And just make a note on that one. Lessons, yeah, that's a big one. Okay, I'm just going to add a few more pieces of the star. Great, Angela, I've added you. Okay. Sunny, I've added you. Thanks, Siobhan. It's really sweet of you to say. Hey, KB, adding you. Samruddhi, got you. Got you, Melody. And I'll add the second part of your question. And Karen, I got you. Okay, and I'm coming back into here. And I'm going to come to White Rabbit. White Rabbit. The super cool name. Okay, White Rabbit. Got it. What do my guides want me to focus on in this period of time? Okay, White Rabbit guides. What does White Rabbit need to? Okay, what does White Rabbit need to focus in this period of time? Loving yourself, releasing past emotions, helping others. You have the role of a light worker, and the light worker is really good at transmuting fears, anger, hate, transmuting everything. And you're one of those people, White Rabbit. So there's a light that's within you that actually helps people, and you just being around them will help them. It's just your energy, just a smile, just an energy, who you are, you help transform without really having to do anything. But there still is your awakening that you need to go through. And the process that you're in right now, that you're discovering new channels, you're discovering new information, you're coming across new people, is part of your awakening. And your awakening begins with yourself and finding yourself that is within the vessel that you're in right now. And finding yourself means meditation, means emotional releasing. It means eating well so that you have the highest chance of vibrational energy moving through you. So you're going through your own shift right now. Yeah, you're going through your own shift right now. So keep focusing on yourself, on your meditations, all those things I just listed. Keep focusing on those things I just listed. And this is where you are. They're not going to give you too much to fill your plate, to overwhelm you. But this is where you are. You're in that stage of accepting and learning. So I leave that with you, White Rabbit. I hope that resonates and it means something. So hang in there. Okay, Dipti, I come to you. And 1915. Dipti. Okay, Dipti says, hello, Khan. I'd like to know, why is it that I feel never at home or fully connected with anyone? Is this self-inflicted? Is there a deeper meaning behind this? Thank you. Okay. And I'm hearing chuckling and laughing. Because this is the feeling that many of the people that are on this channel right now are feeling, that we feel isolated and alone and no one knows me. It mainly stems because of your family, because the family that you've been plugged into has just caught you off guard, and it's meant for you to become hypersensitive and aware to the emotions around you. And this is like what an empath is. So as an empath, you were plopped in these families, and someone in your family is constantly triggering you, so that it constantly leaves you on guard, and you become hyper aware of your emotions. And because you become hyper aware of your emotions, it's like you become untrusting of everything around you. And as you become untrusting of everything around you, the empath turns within, because we know that we can be by ourselves, and being by ourselves and alone and just to our thoughts or to video games or, watching cooking shows or whatever that might be, we're able to go into our own selves and escape in a different way. And that's why a lot of empaths and a lot of people end up doing drugs and alcohol and even having promiscuity or anything else, just to avoid what's going on in our heads and the feeling, and because we're so hypersensitive and we can feel everyone's emotions, and we typically choose not to tap into the love emotions of people. But when we see that Hallmark movie or something really sweet on TV, or the commercial that's very touching or a loving moment, we end up getting all squishy and gushy. It's like, oh, that's so beautiful. But the majority of the time, we're hyper aware into reactions and sounds and noises and people yelling and car honking, and that really makes us and we kind of shock back a little bit, and it's like, I got to protect myself, and we turn inward and we become a little bit lonely. So this is why we're plunked into this world, because it feels like I just don't feel happy, because I'm so hyper aware of all these negative emotions around me. We end up bringing that into ourselves, and we hold that into us, and so we feel uncomfortable in our bodies. And that's what happens with you. It's happened with many of us. And this is part of the work of what we go through, of looking at those emotions, looking at those thoughts and feelings that are within us, all those thoughts and feelings that are within this vessel that we think is home. But really, as we delve deeper and we start releasing this emotion and that thought and that outside trigger and that noise, and we start really getting really comfortable with this space and start releasing all these things, we create more room. And as we create more room within the vessel that we are in, it gives us more play, and you feel more at ease and more comfortable. And as you tune into your heart even more and get even closer, you realize, oh, that this home isn't actually within this body. Home is, this physical body is just the nucleus in the cell, and my awareness in home is all around this body. It's out here, and it's beyond. So as we kind of realize that and let go of things, you'll find home. And this is the work and the process that you're going through. And there's no mistake that the health issues that you're going through right now is making you really question everything that's around you. The person that is in a perfect life, in a perfect world, and everything is just working for them, that they are satisfying themselves with food or money or buying or spending or whatever it might be that they're doing, that they have this quote unquote perfect life, they still have a lot of drama that they've been suppressing inside. And they never look at themselves in this way. But until you get a serious disease or have a serious situation like war or disease and cancer, that's when you start looking at yourself and it's like, oh my gosh, woe is me. What is going on? Why me? Why me? And once you get past the why me and you look further into yourselves, you then really see and you start, if you never look at yourself, you're going to go through a world of suffering. But when you get to look at yourself, like many of the light workers do, because that is what we're just drawn to. And you're drawn to these channels, you're drawn to YouTube information, you're drawn to certain people around you that kind of awaken you. And you realize that, oh, I can heal myself. I can do this. I am a better person. Even though I have cancer or I have MS, I have degenerative disc disease, or I'm in the middle of a war zone, I realize that everything's really perfect. And it is perfect in this space. It's not the outside triggers that's around there. It is, everything is perfect in here. And that's where home is. So that's where your discovery is Dipti. Finding home is there. Yeah. So that's where you're at. That's where you're at. I'm really excited for you, Dipti. I'm really excited for you, because this is part of your lesson learning. And I know it sucks, but it's really something for you to learn and get a hold of. So anyways, that's what I got for you. Let me just check on here too. I'll bring my other messages up here. So I look in the bottom of this. Perfect. Plug that. Got it. Hey guys. Okay, perfect. Live here. Just gonna grab a few more. Hey June. About my friend. Got you. Added you. Tina. I've added you. Hi BG. Got you. Hey brother Jim. Hi Sylvana. Great to see you. Kay. I've added you here. Okay, so you got a couple of parts of that. Hey, Nicole. Good to see you, lovely. Hi, Amy. Hey, Nicole. Okay, added you. And Marie, I've added you as well. Hey, Saul. Hey, Ahsen. Okay, great. And there's a few more, and I'm going to come back to here, and I'll add a few more in a bit. And I'm going to come to Disha now. So 25. 57. And D says, a medium said there is a reality where Erik is alive. Yes. So I'm sure my uncle is also alive in some reality. I know I can shift to that reality, but I need guidance. Okay. I'll help on this. And this is a concept that many on this planet don't understand because you're trapped in linear time. And linear time means that right now it is 12:30 o'clock, just afternoon, and in an hour or two you have an appointment, or it's lunchtime and there's dinner time, and your days are broken up with times and days and months and years and centuries and so on. But that's where you are. But really, time is not a moving. It is a single dot. It is a pinprint. It is the tip of this pen. That it is a moment that is still and quiet, and that everything that is happening at the same time, that all the people on the planet, that you may not understand this, but Disha, you are me and I am you. We are all one. We are all having this experience at the same time. All the lessons in earth, in time, in all the past wars, the future wars, the future love, the past love is all happening at a same time. So yes, there are multiple occurrences happening at the same time. And this is what quantum is. And this is the state that the world is moving into, is an understanding of the quantum state, the quantum field. Previously, it's been the 3D world, and that is a linear time that's very contained in 3 dimensions. In the 4th dimension, in the 5th dimension, you realize that there is linear time, that things are much greater than just this physical box, that there's multiple layers to this as well. And these multiple layers and timelines and issues are all happening at the same time, the same moment. So there's multiple lives happening. And know that when we come into this body, this own instance that we see here, this Khan body, is the one and only Khan body and personality that's ever going to be in this timeline. Because there is another quote unquote Khan happening as a woman who is African American, who is Indian, who is Chinese, who is rich, who is poor, who is a scholar, who is uneducated. So there are multiple instances of ourselves happening at the same time. And this is what you might call a doppelganger, that you might see yourself somewhere and you look in somebody's eyes and you realize, oh, that person is me. That is who I am. So these instances are all happening at the same time. Yeah, it's very much happening at the same time. Multiple instances, multiple lives are all happening at the same time. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. It's really far out there, but super cool too. And that was a really good question. So thank you for asking that. Ah, beautiful. All right. Saul, Kerilyn, I'm adding you to the list as too. I'm just trying to get to the bottom here as well. Hey, Mahi. Oh, thanks, BG. That's really sweet. That's really sweet. Hey, Veronica. Got you, guy. Hey, brother Jelle. Oh my gosh, been a while, man. Miss you. Thanks, Anne. I'm glad you see that. Yeah, brother Jelle, I definitely got you here. Got you. Okay. And again, since Many of these things are going to be right at the end. I will be everything's going to be time stamped. So if you don't get this message, I'm going to get to you afterwards. And I'm good for another hour and a half. I got an appointment at about 2:15 for me. I'll be coming back and putting all your messages either in comments or in a second video that I'll put, and I'll have a link in the description going to there. So yeah, that's it. All right, beautiful. Thanks, Tina. Hey, Marjorie. Hey, Jenn. Great. I've added you as well. Beautiful. Great to see you. Okay, so Chaitu 3020. Chaitu says, okay, my maternal grandma is bedridden for me a year and it feels like she's in her last stages. She suffered a lot her entire life. Some claim that she is possessed by other entities. Just want some message for her from her guides and angels. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Okay, so Chaitu's grandmother. Guides, angels, would you come in, please? All right, so the question is, okay, what's the message for her? So in this life experience, there's also something called karma. In her past lifetimes, she didn't respond well to the challenges that were happening in her life. She wasn't the best person, and actually in that lifetime, she was a male figure, a bit of a dictator, making choices that was not from the heart, that was more monetary, that was very dictatorship, very tyrannical. And, anything that we do in this lifetime isn't without consequence. Whether that is a line in the sand, a line in the water, or a line that's been put into wet cement and then hardens. That's there for quite a long time. So this is part of her karmic lifetime. This isn't a bad thing, but also the pressures that she's having and the challenges that she had in this lifetime is really meant for her to gain new perspective and lessons. So while she's been looking at herself, woe was me, I had a lot of suffering, there's also been a lot of good too. Had to think about her children and the children's children, that these are all joys that's kind of brought into her life. So it doesn't that she's had a challenging life. She's just kind of is paying back karmic debt in the past lifetime. So this isn't a bad thing. This is her to help her with her lessons in her growth. So just know that we are all different components working on a greater spiritual growth, and we are all taking one component of this spiritual growth and experiencing life in very different ways so that we can collectively grow with experience. And this is what's happening with her, that she's got very other big lessons to learn that will help her in her next lifetime. Is she expected to be on this earth much longer? She does have an exit point that if she chooses to leave, she can leave now. There is also the opportunity is that if she sees this suffering and possession as not something that's happening to her, but for her, she could decide to say, I want to stick around and go through this again. But if she doesn't decide to go through, she'll then kind of see when you pass around, you see like your life flash before your eyes. And that really is you looking at yourself and all the little aspects of who you were, all the good things you did, the bad things you did, the things that you could have done better, and the gray area of where those things fall into. Now, we don't want to really look at this as bad, but these are all life lessons, and we're all meant to be learning these life lessons. So it's a little bit confusing how all that works. Okay, they don't really want me to talk about that right now. They want me to save that for another time. But these life lessons that we have, good and bad, karmic debt, they're all good, and it's all lessons. So she has a choice of whether she wants to stick around, and you can talk to her. You can talk to her energetically as well, and just connect with her. But this isn't a bad thing. Chaitu, this isn't a bad thing. So it's kind of cool. Thank you for bringing that question forward. Thank you very much. That's really cool. Really cool. I love that. Okay, cool. And let me just come back to the messages in here. Okay, bye Tina. Hey Marjorie, got you. Got you, Wendy. Hey Stargirl. Okay. Okay, Jenna, I got your follow-up question here. And I'm just kind of reorganize my list. Hey, Stargirl says, will I get married to Solomon? Okay, great. I'm going to add you too. Okay, good. Got the list. And let me try and get through this. Well, I will get through this. Divine timing is perfect. Okay, and this is for Jurgita. And she says, good morning, Con, Eric, and all. Kindly let me know my spiritual guides' names and the message from him or her, if any. Okay. And I think so what they're saying is like, no, it's the guardian angel's name is what you want. And the spirit guides. So your spirit guides come and go within your lifetime, and they help you in certain aspects and stages you are in your life. Your guardian angels are with you throughout your entire life span. So your guardian angels are the ones that are coming forward and the ones that want to speak to you. And there is a male and there's a female that's with you for all your lifetimes. Okay, I've done that. Who wants to talk first? And I'm seeing the male. It's like dark skin, maybe northern India. Big dark mustache. Very kind eyes is how they're presenting themselves to me. And this is the male. So you want to give that to me? B. I-A-T-U. Batu. It's like the male guardian angel's name is Batu. It's B-I-A-T-U, but it's pronounced like Batu. And I know I'm not really pronouncing it right, but that's one is Batu. And that's your male guardian angel. And the female? She has a very flowy dress on right now. Okay. And I can see just long dark hair. She's coming to me in different ways. I can see her coming as she's flipping between dark skin and light skin. And they're just kind of saying that it doesn't matter how we come through, but it really is how we're coming through for you now, for you to connect with and resonate and just establish a relationship with. So it doesn't really matter on there. Okay. And then, okay. And your name? J A N. Okay, she's writing herself as Janet. Very much an English name. Yeah. Okay, that's the names I'm getting. Batu, B-I-A-T-U, is your male guardian angel, and Janet is your female guardian angel. That's what I'm getting. Who does what? Who's with her all the time? I feel Batu is with you all the time. Batu is with you for every aspect of your life, and Janet is there when it becomes stressful, when the problems start to rise, like when you need a little bit extra support. Janet's there to kind of help you get through the more difficult times. And that's Janet's role. So Batu is with you all the time. Janet is there every once in a while. That's what I got. That's really cool. Thank you for bringing that forward. That was really awesome. Okay. Thank you. I'm just going to exit out of here. Beautiful. Okay. Got it. Just not see my chat there. And come back here. Thanks, Jurgita and Kathy. Okay. 39, 57. Kathy S. And Kathy says, do I have any messages from my dad or other loved ones? Thank you. Okay. Dad? Feeling? Mm-hmm. I feel like he's come in and his energy's come forward and my face is a little bit stern. And there's like I just want to, just that kind of feeling of just a very quiet man in his own thoughts and self. It seems like he's not a person of a lot of words. At times he'll have a lot of words, but predominantly he's very contained within himself. And I can see that he's wearing kind of like a dark, I don't know how you call these shirts. It's like a worker's shirt, like plaid type of thing. Not so much as being a worker. I can see him like working with his hands in that type of like just very browns, dark colors, darkish pants, which is more like a corduroy of some sort, like a beige tan corduroy, in a darker shirt that's kind of slightly pad. And okay, so I can see you. So what's your message? He's kind of bringing up the notion of hard work. That it's like you're being hard on yourself in saying like I'm not doing enough, I'm not working hard enough, and I need to do more hard work. But it's almost like you want to do more physical labor, but your body isn't allowing you to do more physical stuff. And he's saying that not all work has to be physical and has to be hard on the body. That's not what he meant, because I think he's instilled these values on you to be a hard worker. But the idea of hard work doesn't necessarily mean that it's hard physical labor, that you can do things in other ways that would be deemed as hard work. So this is what he's saying it really is to be kind to yourself on the physical side, even though you're not physically able to do a lot of things. You're questioning that, but he's saying like, take it easy on yourself. You don't, it's okay. It's okay that you know that you can't do that. You are doing work in other ways. That's what it is. I hope that resonates. Kathy, thank you. Thank you for asking that question. Okay, so I'm coming to Siobhan. And Siobhan says, would love to know my spirit guides' names and if they have a message for me today. Okay, so Siobhan's spirit guides, would you come in, please? Okay, in this case, they want me to, it is the spirit guide that you need to call in right now. And this is a temporary guide that's with you. So this temporary guide, what are you helping with? This particular guide is helping you with your ascension in opening up your heart, because you're very hard on yourself. You've been conditioned, not to be so to let your head get too big. It's like you've done something really good. I can see you like going to your parents with like a gold star, and you've done really well on your test, and they said, "Oh, you've done well, but you could have instead of 98, you could have got 100. So why don't you go study?" So you had this really happy moment. It's like, so they're helping you with love, and because of that, you've disconnected with yourself and loving yourself and really honoring that. Even all the little things that you do is a good thing. It's a successful thing. So she's helping you with your heart centeredness. So what name do you want to go by? Give it to me again. Sorry, I'm just getting distracted. What's the first letter? I think it's an I. Okay, I. Isha? Isha. Okay, so I'm kind of seeing it's pronounced Isha, Ishaah, but it's spelt IS, and it's got like a little comma at the bottom of the S, which is like an SH sound. AH, Isha. So let me write this down. And I'll put it. Actually, I'm gonna do this. Come to my banner. No, I can't do that because I don't have the character here. Okay, so I'm gonna write that ISAH. So I'll hold that up right there. So IS, see that little comma at the bottom of the S? AH, and it's pronounced Isha. The S is SH. So Isha. And she's helping you to open up your heart. Cool. I like that. Love it. Thank you for asking that question. Oh, you're welcome, Jurgita. You're welcome. Okay, I just want to make sure I got Jolanda at the bottom. Okay, I'm coming to Angela. And Angela is at 4659. And Angela H. Angela says, I love a message from Joan of Arc today. Thanks so much. Okay. I got to get a little bit of water for this one. I've got to fill my glass because I have lemon water. It's actually grapefruit juice in here with water. Give me a little electrical boost. Okay, so Joan of Arc, would you come in, please? Oh. It just comes shooting thing, and it's almost like a sword, like a medieval sword with the handle, the cross handle on there. Let's just go like that, medieval sword. And it felt like it just came straight down into me, and it's just that big whoomp. And it's just so strong, and I feel like I want to sit upright right now. And I feel like I want to lead. Just as she's building up you to get your leadership, your own leadership power to lead yourself into your next stage. And I really find that's towards your business self, getting out of your current job, beginning to become more independent on your own, and not relying on another job. Because what you found was in your job, they made restrictions on you when you didn't need the restrictions. And now that everything is kind of said and done, they said, okay, you're free again. And it's like, you've kind of come to realize that, yeah, I'm free. I have the open road, yet I'm still restricted, and I don't want to be restricted. I really want to be free. So she's bringing in the power within you to know that you are a leader, that you can do this, that she's just trying to empower you and give you the energy that you need, the lift that you need. So that's what I'm getting for you, Angela, from Joan of Arc. She's not really going to be saying too much about this. It's really about coming into your own power and leading into that. So that's where you are right now. So excellent. Love that. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you for asking that question. Um, good. You're welcome, Siobhan. Hey, Albina. Sure, I've added you to the list. And hi, Dinu. Okay, I've added you as well. Okay, so we'll come to the top and come to Sunny. And I really don't think I'm going to be able to get through everyone today. But check in the timestamp afterwards if I do. And if not, I'll answer you in the comments, or I'll do a separate video for those that I missed that I won't be able to get to today. So look out for that. Okay, Sunny says, what should I do to clear my exams in May or June? Okay, what should Sunny do to pass the exams in May or June? And I feel them laughing. And it's like they're saying, what more do you want to do? Because it feels like you've done quite a bit already. You are doing quite a bit. And because it's so heavy on your mind, okay, so what they're saying, what you want to do is to let the pressure go a little bit. So you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself to do this. And it's not even your own pressure. It's the pressure of family. And your family is really, and it's like cultural pressure that you need to do a good job. You have to do this. This is your duty as the son. This is what you have to do. You have to get a good job. And now you've kind of heard this all your life. And it's like it's weighing so heavy on you now that you're like, I have to do this. I have to do well, or I'll give shame to not only myself, but my family and all of our past generations. And you've got this like massive weight on you. It's like, and it's so heavy, just trying to keep this thing off you from crushing you. And you're doing everything that you can from crushing you. And you're just like, you can just, you can push it off to the side. You don't got to lift it up. You can push it off to the side and know that weight is beside you and not on you. So really what you can do is let go of the pressure that's being put on you, because you are doing all the right things. You are being the good son. You are studying. And those little moments that you get to have a little fun, good. Have that fun. Don't punish yourself for being happy for a minute, because you need that balance. It isn't all about study, and be so hard on yourself and do this, do that, to be so strict on yourself. You need to be light as well to have fun. And this is where the balance comes in. And if you're just one side of working, being extremely rigid, you're not going to have the flexibility of being creative and being more free with yourself. And you need that creative side as well. So if you do not have that creative side, and there's actually a study by Crayola that finds this in the Asian countries, so predominantly India and China, that because culturally you're so hard with education, you never spend time, and it's all in math and sciences, you're never spending time on the creative side. And for those that are not spending time on the creative side, when you do go into math sciences and the engineers and professors and doctors and the surgeons that are there, because they didn't spend time on the creativity and they're staying rigid, they're not allowing themselves to be creative in their problems. So the great inventors and you think about the doctors that have like created the heart valve in there. If they didn't have the creativity that they had when they grew up, they never would have had the creativity to create a artificial heart. So this is what's happening. You need the creative. If you really want to be great, you need the balance. So don't be so hard on yourself when you have those moments of fun, that you take a break. It's okay. If you take a 5-minute break every 30 minutes, you're still going to get quite a bit of study time in, and you're still going to have that little bit of time. So remember, find that balance. Even if you do, and that's going to give time the brain to adjust and absorb the information that you've just read or studied. So start changing your study habits into 25-minute increments with a 5-minute break. 25-minute increment and a 5-minute break. And take that 5 minutes just to unplug and allow. And that is really gonna. It's almost like they're showing me a sponge that you're kind of sopping up liquid, but it's like you're squeezing it onto the floor as well. Like you're never giving it time to move it over the bucket to squeeze and let it go. It isn't all about sopping up the water. You need time in a few minutes to lift up that sponge off the floor, move it to the bucket and squeeze it and empty it, and allow the sponge to become absorbent again. So this is what I'm getting for you to be, Sunny. It's that balance that you're looking for within yourself, and to be a little bit easier on yourself. That's what's going to help you. I hope that resonates. That was a really cool question for studying. That's cool. Thanks, guys. Awesome. Okay, coming to the bottom. Hey, Gina. Okay, Gina, I've added you to the list. Okay, Hrimanvi, I got you as well. Okay, so Gina, I know you're right at the bottom of the list here, and I apologize everyone, but they're asking me to take care of Gina right now. Okay, so this is for Gina. And Gina says, hello, I'm grieving and overwhelmed right now. Is there a message for my mom yet? Or my higher self? Thank you. Okay, who wants to come in? Okay, I feel they're both coming in. And your mom is saying, she's kind of bringing me back to when you were growing up. And you've always kind of considered yourself, even kind of what they said to you, that you've been a little bit flighty, a little bit all over the place, a little scatterbrained. And that narrative has been buried into you, that you'll always be scatterbrained and narrative. And you are working on yourself and you're getting past that. But it's that feeling of overwhelmment. And your mom is saying, like, even when you were growing up and you were so scatterbrained and frustrated, I took that on and I felt for you. And I didn't know what to do for you because you were so scatterbrained. But, the culturally, or, you're expected to be very sweet and innocent and loving and nice, but you're a little bit of a wild child. So know that it's okay that you're the wild child, even though you have a wild child around you right now. And it is becoming overwhelming for you. Continue to hold space for that little one around you, because it's not your job to fix them. It's your job to hold space and lead by example. So when this little one is pushing your buttons, so this little one is discovering themselves, and they're really pushing buttons, and they're really being manipulative on how they deal with people and what they do with people. But this is their own protection from their own past life that they had, which is very difficult. Their own and the current life is very difficult, and it's triggered all that. So they are very much in protection mode and pushing people away as much as they can, thinking I can take care of myself. But your job is to just hold space and to be and lead by example. And it's like, yeah, I see you. And just know that they're trying to push your buttons. And I feel mom is on the other side as well. Like, so mom is saying she's with you. Oh, she just passed, huh? Okay, so mom just passed over. And she's saying it was time. It was time to go. And the reason why she's there is so that she can help you and the family from the other side. She can do a lot more good on the other side. So what was happening is, like, her being on this side was just kind of creating more stress than you needed. So her crossing over and going to the other side it was time for her to take that exit point and to help you from that side. So this isn't a bad thing. She's just gone mission control. She's gone to the center place that now that she can really do a lot of things and change energy for you in a very big way. Anything? Yeah, so that's what I'm getting for you, Gina. Thank you for asking that question, and I'm sending out a lot of love for you. And yeah, you're getting a lot of love in the group here as well. Yeah, so thank you. Thanks, guys. That was really good. Okay, hey, KB. KB, and we are at the 1 hour mark already. Holy crap. Time is flying by. Okay, and KB says, question, I've been doing ancestral healing. I want to know, is it really healing my ancestors? And many messages from that. Absolutely, it is. This has been proven scientifically in this world now that we are affected by past generations and future generations. So they did this scientific experiment where they had this hen, and the hen, they put it through this maze, and based on the maze that they put through, if they went certain ways or did certain things, they shocked them or had certain reactions. And then what happened is, then once they had the chick from these eggs, they then would follow. Oh, I'm taking it back a bit. Yeah, so they then would follow this chick and do the same type of triggers for them. And they saw that the chick from the egg was affected from those triggers. And that happened for 4 generations. So you can see this 4 generations back, 4 generations forward. And that's for the majority of us. There are certain ancestral groups, and I'm being shown like some Indian groups that even go back, like Native Americans, that tune into like 18 generations back and 18 generations forward. But for you specifically, and the majority of us, it is 4 generations. So everything that you're doing really will help, because we have to remember the timeline, that there is no time. This is the linear that we are in this world, but there is no time. It's all happening at the same moment, that you will affect future change as well. So yes, absolutely, what you're doing is helping your past ancestors and future. Any messages that you want to say? They're just giving you huge gratitude and thanks. They're just giving you massive gratitude, appreciation, and thanks for the work that you're doing. And there's just a lot of praise that, and they're saying like what you are doing is helping a huge amount. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Thank you. Thank you for asking that. Hey, Gina. Oh my gosh. Thank you with all my heart. I'm very grateful to you, Con. Love and light to the one and all. Thank you, the group support as well. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you guys for being all supportive and loving. It's very cool. Very good of you. Okay, so let me come over to 102, 52, and coming up to Samruddhi. Okay, so Samruddhi says, hello. What should I focus on according to my spiritual team? Okay, team, come in, please. Oh, okay. What should Samruddhi be focusing on? Really? I'm hearing finances. For you to look at your finances right now, and I'm seeing a need for you to move money out of your bank and get money in gold, silver, physical gold and silver, and just kind of have it offset. I am being shown crypto, but it almost seems like it might be restricted in your area. So to be careful on that. It even, did they have criminal? No. There's a need to secure your finances, and because you're gonna have to stretch the dollar for a bit, and you're gonna need to keep the value up, because the valuation of not just the dollar, but it's like the global currency is fluctuating and changing, and there's a need for you to pull some out, invest in some gold. And I'm getting that it's very hard to, and pull some cash out as well. So you have a little bit of cash with you. And that's what I'm saying, like they want you to do that now. Like it's not, typically it's like the spiritual stuff, but they're saying they want you to do that like now. And I'm even seeing like if you want to buy gold, that you can get a bank note to that company and buy it that way. But it is all revolving around your finances and just having some extra food, extra rice, extra things that can last you a while, because things are going to get they're going to get a little bit tough for all of us, and it's just part of our shift in the global landscape. So that's what I'm getting for you, Samruddhi. Thank you for asking that question, and that should really go for a lot of people right now. Look at your finances. Don't have too much in the bank. Look at what your bank guarantee is, and make sure that anything above that is taken, because there's the bank bail-ins that are happening. That is expected to be happening. Anyway, so just be careful about that. Okay, so 105.37, coming to the beautiful Melody. And Melody says, please. When I was little and playing outside, I'd often go off alone and go somewhere in my consciousness. And there, as my little self, I would hold classes and lecture grown adults in suits. Oh my God, that's really cool. Who was I with? Who was I? And what was I doing? Oh, that is really cool. Okay. I'm feeling professor. And I can see you in, it's almost like a Harvard professor. And I can see your shirt with the ugly bow tie that's plaid-ish, brown and plaid, and this cream colored shirt. And you've kind of got this like 50s long haircut, male, glasses, dark rim, brown mustache, brown hair, some sort of like a cardigan, kind of like this. So very professor-like. And it feels like it's I'm getting a few like math sciences. It feels like there's like even like very I even see like tape on the glasses now, and it's really just kind of signify it's not a bad thing. It's really just kind of signify that it wasn't about looks or appearances for you. It was really about the education and the knowledge and the lessons, and you really immerse yourself in that world. Okay, so, and this really was your own self, you connecting with your other lives, because the current family that you're in is a different soul circle. It's not even the one that you're with before. So it feels that this is kind of part of that past soul circle, something that you really did like that version of yourself, because you learned quite a bit about yourself. So it's an aspect of your higher self to help with your learning, to help with your creativity, your playfulness, your connection with nature, but also knowing about that you're smart and that you're educated. So as if that you were holding classes in there, and you were teaching like the squirrels and the birds and the bugs, and you were holding classes for them. And it's almost like you were giving math classes in nature, which was like the best of your both worlds. Because in this lifetime, you're all about nature, land, unity, Mother Earth, Gaia. So being out there was like beautiful. But then also teaching is a very big thing, because you're just a natural teacher, because you're very caring and loving and patient with that. So that was really cool. That's what I'm getting for you, Melody. Thank you. Yeah. I don't know if that resonates or not, but that's what I'm getting. All right, Karen. 10903. And I'm coming to Karen D. Okay, higher self. What do you have for Karen today? Okay, so I just got to start talking so I can get the next image. But what I'm getting is balance. And with the balance, I'm hearing it's like as if you're putting your paintbrushes down. And now that you've had some creative emotional releasing through your paint, that it's not to abandon it, but it's also to take a break, to not completely immerse yourself in your artwork. And there's a need for you to take a step back and just kind of look at your household, your living situation, the space that you're in, and just make sure that it's in vibrational alignment with who you are and who you're discovering of who you are. Yeah, so it's time for you to not just immerse yourself into your artwork, but get your space ready, your house ready, and go into every room, every corner, and start adjusting into the vibrational energy and honing it and making it really high vibe. And this is going to prepare you. It's as if like you're going to be something like a portal, like you're going to be opening up a portal or allowing a portal to open up within you, and it's for your own transcendence and spiritual needs. So you're going to be going through just a big energy shift, and it's like a preparation, but you have to prepare your space. So put the artwork down for a bit, go into every room, every corner, and start making sure that it's vibrationally matched with who you are right now, or just kind of what feels right for you. That's what you need to do right now. Yeah, and avoid the monkey mind. So when you get the chatter and the am I doing this right? Am I doing it? Like, yes, you're doing it right. So that's what I'm getting for you, Karen. It's a little bit different, but I don't know. It is what it is. Take it. I'll take it. Okay. 1:11:30 and coming to June Murphy. And June says, I dreamt about my friend's sister last night. My friend's sister. She was her younger self at the time she first met her current hubby. Okay, I wonder if she's okay. Why was I shown her in my dream as a younger woman? Okay, anyone want to comment on this? Yeah, no, I'm getting that she's fine. There's nothing wrong here. This really is just a connection. It's as if she's thinking of you and you're just really open and fine-tuned that you connected with her. That there always seemed to be like a vibrational match between you two. So she thinks about you often, because whether you know it or not, it's as if you helped her with certain lessons on how to be. It's like she wanted to be you. She really looked up to you. And I'm finding like she's just been thinking about you. She's being appreciative of you. So if you end up calling her or she calls you, it seems like there'd be a really cool experience. I feel like she's on this earth still. It doesn't feel like she's passed over. So I feel she's on this earth. So I don't know. There's an opportunity to reach out. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, cool. That's it. Anything else am I missing here? Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm getting for you, Jane. I don't really. It is what it is. Yeah. Okay. So 127:28 coming to Tina B. And Tina says, hi, by the way. Hi. In what capacity is my sister helping to guide me? She left the body 3 years ago. I got a message from her on Facebook through Spirit. Ooh, cool. Okay. Tina's sister. I can feel her like giggling. Hee hee hee. She's very sweet. Was that you that contacted her on Facebook? She's being very coy about this. It's like, I don't know. So very, very coy. And she's just giggling and laughing. So it feels as if your own vibrational spirit has opened up quite a bit. Like you've done so much work on yourself. And you're just connecting with so much more that it's like you're manipulating your manifestations in time now. Like it's like you're crossing through time dimensions now. that you're able to kind of bring cross certain things over and bring them forward. It's okay. So it's like you're doing the emotional releasing and the healing, and it's because it's affecting past lives as well. It's bringing that energy into this current timeline, and it feels like it's you're just bringing your energy forward. That it's quite great. Like you're quite good at this in connecting with past ancestors or even future changes, manifestations, and it's like you're kind of manipulating time now because there is no time, and it's really bringing that forward. That is really freaky and cool. I don't know. So right now, I think I'm crazy for saying and share this, but it's what I got. So take what you will from it, whether it resonates or not. I think I'm a little bit cuckoo right now, but that's what I'm getting. Wow, really, really cool and really out there. Okay, BG 115. Okay, so BG. Any messages for BG today? I feel some like a lot of peace and love come through, and my heart's kind of really, my cheeks expanded, and I just feel the love and the happiness. And I can feel a little bit of energy pulling in my heart, a little bit of an expansion. So what's mess BG got here? I'm feeling to settle in to the peace and love that you've been experiencing. And it's like you've been feeling it, but you're not spending time within it. You go through bouts of love, even like when you go into a heart coherence, you're bringing that love in. But it's almost like your body is missing it, and that there's a need to bring and hold yourself in that loving state. Because you know what love is, but you're not spending time in the body and scanning through the body and actually feeling and sharing the vibration of love within the different body parts. And so it's really that feeling of just take a minute and breathe and feel, and it's quite lovely. And just feel and share love with the body and just spend a little bit of time in there. I really don't want to leave this energy in space because it's just so comforting and loving, and you just settle in. And I feel like I'm just reclining back, and it's like, oh my God, it's so cool. Oof. That is cool. So really the message is to spend time in love and give it to your body. Like share that feeling of love with your body and immerse yourself in it is what I'm getting. That was really cool. Thank you for allowing me to feel that. Oh, you're very welcome. Okay, cool. Oh, there you are. Okay, Donna. Hey, I see you, Donna. Nice to see you again. Okay, that was BG. Thank you. Hey, K. Okay, 1:18. 17, and K says, hey Con, hey Eric, any message from Spirit? I'm very proud of myself for having the courage to move forward in the courts with my landlord. Does Eric feel proud of me too? Thank you. Says it was tough. I was prepared. Awesome. Good for you. Good for you, Kay. So Kay, Eric, you want to come in on this? Hells yeah. Ooh, 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 ooh. It's like, yeah, damn right you were strong. And it's not a matter about me being proud of you, but are you proud of yourself? Because yeah, damn hell, like, we are proud of you. You need to be proud of yourself and know that you can do this, that when shit hits the fan, that you are able to take care of it because you know that you are strong, that you are powerful, that you can do anything as long as you don't spend time and focus on the negative. You spend time on the positive like you have, and you found that strength within you, you are able to accomplish anything. You have accomplished something very big. And it really is that you've accomplished, forget about the corp things, that you've accomplished, that you know that you can do things, that no matter how hard and heavy that they are, that you can do it. And that's where the moment is. Forget about the court case. It is this. So Yes, we're proud of you. We certainly are. But are you proud of you? And you should very well be very proud of yourself. Of course, you said, I'm very proud of myself, but do you really feel it? Yeah, so she said it. What do you mean? Yeah, so you're saying it, but it hasn't set roots. So they're saying allow that feeling of being proud of yourself, allow it to set roots within you. That's what I'm getting. Yeah. Good one. Very powerful, Kay. I love that. Love that. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Hey, Mishi. Hey, Grace. Hey, guys. Okay, Mish, I added you. And Grace. Ooh, Rumi. Cool. I've added you as well. Cool. I'm good for almost an hour. I got a phone call coming in, so I'm gonna go just keep going until I get a phone call. The call that I'm expecting. So, and divine timing will be probably late, so I'll be able to get through everybody. So Amy says, question please. I keep hearing Ra, God of Sun, and I see him pointing at me and say, daughter of the sun. Ooh, commanding. See, like, daughter of the sun. I'd love to know my relation to him, or a message, please. Okay. Ra, would you come in, please? Wow. I feel like he zooms right in. He zooms right in, and he's like, he's very like direct in your face. Like, you can feel his power. It's like it's over. Yeah, you can like. How do you? I can't even find the words because like I'm just gobsmacked by the presence of his energy and power. It's overwhelming. It's so huge, and I feel him on me. Okay, so what's your relationship to her? It's not necessarily it's not like necessarily a direct relation, but it feels like you were like one of the villagers in their time, and that you were part of that realm, part of that life. So that's why I'm feeling that you were there. And all of the people that were the villagers were considered children of the sun. And that's why he's addressing you, daughter of the sun, as if like one of the villagers. That and it was like a very good relationship. Like it was like a very like loving fatherly relationship that Ra would take care of everybody. And the villagers and people all knew that Ra was there because you could see him. Sometimes like I see like in a chariot type of thing in the sky, in big. I can feel like a horse head type of thing, or wolf head, or something head. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, but that's what I'm seeing. So it is. That's why they're calling you daughter son. So do you have a message for Amy? Being a daughter of the sun, and the time that you lived in, you know that you find the power in the sun, that the energy comes there, and the sun has become that much more powerful as it's shifting and adjusting the planet, and just shifting and adjusting you. But know that the summer is approaching us. And as you went down south into the southern states and you had your vacation, you got an influx of that strong summer heat, that feeling of it. And now that you're home, it's almost like an activation that it's like to prepare yourself to continue everything that you're doing in your meditations, your growth, your self-awareness. Because by the time that summer comes, I'm feeling like June, July, you're really going to have that strong sun come in. You're going to have some major activations coming in for you again. So that's what I feel coming in for you. It's coming in and preparing you for the summer sun. It's coming, and it's going to be really good for you, Amy. Really good. Yeah, that's what I'm getting for you, Amy. Super cool. Super cool. Love that. You're welcome, Karen. I was just talking about doing a big sage burn in my house because the neighbor and I think someone may have died in my new home. The spirit is trapped. Oh, cool. Okay. Got it. Cool. Well, I guess you're going to find that out when you align yourself to that vibrational energy. You're going to find spirit. And if you do, I do have a video, a very short video on helping spirits cross over. and really give them love, align with them, feel them, and give them love, because they're just scared. And typically most of them are trapped here. They don't know that they've passed. They're still trying to do things. And if you put them into a state of love, they'll begin to see the light, and then you can call in Jesus or anyone else that can just come in and help. Who's that? It's like the angel of death. Yeah, you can call the angel of death to come in. The name is not coming to me right now. It's like on the tip of my tongue, but not coming through. But you can call them in that state and just go into the state of love. So that's what I'm getting for you, Karen. That's really cool. Sister Nicole. Okay, 25, 26. The beautiful Nicole J. Okay, so Nicole says, after my meditation and prayer at 3 a.m., I had a dream of a huge black and white bird flapping its wings at me. What does it mean? Calling in this dream. Thank you. What do you signify? I'm feeling balance. So the white and the black is about having balance. Balance between yourself, your emotions and expectations that you put on yourself. That it's for you to find balance. And the flight of the bird is very freeing. And a bird can fly anywhere. But it feels like when it's grounded, that's when the danger is that when it's not flying, that's when the biggest danger is for them. But when they're in the sky, the dangers are minimal. So for you, it's a matter about finding the balance that's within you. And it almost feels like even though you're doing your meditations at 3 a.m., is because you're forcing yourself to get up at 3 a.m. and say, I have to do this at 3 a.m. I have to. Or are you doing it because your body is waking up and you feel like it's necessary? You feel like it's really good for you. So notice the feeling of you getting up at 3 a.m. for meditation. And analyze that. Is that you being hard on yourself, that I have to do this, like being very rigid and very organized in the way that you're organizing your life? Or are you being creative and free and say, oh, I just woke up at 3 a.m. I'm just going to go to the bathroom. I feel like I need to meditate right now. So I'm going to go sit down and do meditations. Where you notice the feeling that you're getting and make sure that you have the balance within your life is what I'm getting. Yeah, thank you. That was really cool. Thank you. Yes, that's right, Michelle. Thank you for that. Archangel Azrael. That's who I was thinking. Angel of death, isn't he? Azrael. To call in for help crossing souls over. Awesome. Thank you, Michelle. Okay, Marie. Timestamp 28. Good. And this is for Marie Z. Marie, like you are just teacher energy. Like you just help so many people. You're just this teacher. It's keeping you. Okay, I'd love some guidance from Archangel Erik on my current situation. I feel a little stuck. Okay, Erik. Thank you. Marie is feeling stuck. What do you have to say about that? So they're showing me you in quicksand. And when you're in quicksand, you are stuck. But the feeling when you're in that is to shake around and move and panic and just claw your way out. But that actually makes you sink faster. So what they're telling me is for you to calm yourself and spread yourself out and just be calm and still. So this isn't a time for you to panic. And in order to get out of the feeling of being stuck, like in quicksand, you cannot do that from a panic state. You need to calm yourself down and quiet yourself down, right down. And it's only then that you're going to see there's a vine that's close to your reach, or there's the stick that you can use to grab the vine, to begin to give you leverage and start pulling yourself out. And even when you do pull yourself out, you have to do it very slowly and allowing the movement to happen very slowly and deliberately, bit by bit by bit. It's not just yank and rush. You need to hold on to it and let the slow little movement to happen there. And then keep on holding, then pull yourself a little bit and just hold and wait. And that pulls you a little bit closer to the shore, or to outside of the quicksand. So there's a need for you to calm down, quiet yourself. And and even though you're doing your meditations and you're really quiet during your meditations, when you're coming out of it, the monkey mind is coming back in. So for you to get back into observing that and being quiet with the thoughts that come up during the day, that's your stuck and that's your quicksand. The racing monkey mind of being stuck and not moving forward and doing this, let that go. Know that the divine timing is there, that everything's going to fall into place when it needs to fall into place. Yeah, cool. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for you, Marie. Very cool. Nicole says, thank you, Con. I do set my alarm for 3 a.m. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Thank you for sharing that. All right, brother Ahsen. And we are at 131. 41. Okay. Ahsen says, grateful to join you today. I'm glad you're here, brother. I've been releasing a lot and it's been hard. Yeah. Would love some advice from Erik. Thanks. Okay. Erik, what's going on? You're getting the, it's not the big clap. It's the little clap in the back. And it's just kind of that nod of approval. Very slow. It's like, good. Some thumbs up coming your way. And there's no mistake that your message came right after Marie's. The whole analogy about quicksand and taking your time and doing baby steps with this is very much the same message for you. So listen to Marie's message as well. That's just before this at 128.11. And listen to that, because you as well, like many of us, it is slow and steady, and just allow these things to happen, allow these changes to happen. But you're doing the work. And that's the most important part, that you're doing the work. And right now it might seem slow. It's going to get speed up. It's going to get faster as you get more comfortable with it. And you start releasing more emotions and creating more room within yourself. So it's going to get better. One word of warning that I give you is that, I kind of stopped looking at my emotions because I was really good for a while. But now all these things are coming up, and I know that I'm not done yet, which is now what's stemming me to do this emotional release series, because I need to do the work on myself again, because I kind of left it because I felt I was pretty good. So don't feel that you are good. This is something that needs to be continually looked at and spend time with looking at emotions. So don't get too comfortable. Yeah. So that's what I'm getting, and that's really for myself as well. Yeah. Okay. So coming to Saul, 138-39. And Saul says, I've had the song You Are the Reason heavily on my mind this week. Is it a message for me? Who sent the message? Okay. Heavily on my mind, Saul. Okay, so what's the message behind the song? Okay, I'm going to share it. It kind of feels like this is towards your own spiritual awakening and where you are now compared to who you were before. But what they're showing me is your time spent with your roommate. And I'm seeing the person that's sharing the space with you. that even though you gave up your space to allow them in, there's also an appreciation and a thanks for allowing you to not be the suppressed person that you were and defining and thinking that's who you were. Because that person, your roommate, is much more creative and open and free and just kind of has these moments. And you are also saw that. And initially you saw that as, oh, this is kind of weird. This is really out there. You were drawn to her. You felt connected, and you just had a relationship that you felt really drawn. But it felt as if, you still kind of looked at her with judgmental eyes. But now that you've kind of been together for this amount of time, that you now really appreciate and see that you are the reason. And because of that reason, there's a feeling of not wanting to let go, but also that you're ready to let go. And now that you're ready to let go, she can go on and she can let go, because she's been wanting to go, and you've been saying it to her like in a very loving way. But there's also there's that hold of abandonment between each other, and there's that comfort that's now coming there, because both of you have been working very hard on yourselves and each other and others around you, and you're really moving into that level of mastery to know that you can let go and still be connected as one and still do the work that you need to do together without being physically in the same space together. So that's what I'm getting. That's really kind of cool. Thank you. Thanks for asking that question. Hey, Margie. Marie, thank you, Con, so much for this beautiful message. True, the monkey mind is driving me nuts. Yeah, and that's been happening to me too. Like lately, it's really come up that I've had to. That's why I'm going back to the emotional stuff, because the monkey mind is really, even though I'm meditating like all the time, the monkey mind is coming in, and I'm noticing it, even to the point that when I go into meditation, I'm just monkey, and I'm like, I'm not even stopping. So I know I need the emotional release as well, just as much. So I'm feeling it. Yeah. Okay, Kerilyn. And 137:26. And Kerilyn says, question: what is the best way I can help my youngest daughter? She feels hurt and abandoned. What is the most effective way to help her feel loved and secure? Okay, who's coming through? I can feel her energy, and she really is. She's hurting and feeling sorry for herself, and it really is kind of like a woe is me type of feeling. Okay, so how can she help? What can we do for her? I'm feeling the need to there's a need to talk to her and to show her what you're doing, Kerilyn. I feel the need to show her how to do the heart coherence, the noon and 12 midnight heart coherence that I do, to get her start doing that. Doesn't have to be at the same time, but just to look at it, show it to her, because I feel like you haven't shown it to her like you want to, but it feels like now's the time, and to show her the feeling of tuning into love, and that is looking at your heart. And I feel for her to, she's going to think it's crazy and it's not going to help, but for her to look in the mirror and look in her eyes and begin to say, I love you. You're not alone. And I'm never going to abandon you. And the feeling for her to start looking in the mirror and saying those things when she wakes up, when she goes to bed, and feel those feelings. But it's like she needs to experience love first for her to realize that love is within us. It's not expected to get it from someone else. And it feels like she's feeling socially awkward like she doesn't fit in, and that no boy is ever going to like her, no person is ever going to like her. So she feels very isolated and woe is me, and I'm always going to be this way. And so that very much that ugly duckling syndrome. But with that ugly duckling syndrome, like a lot of good things happen from that. That she is very much loving, very much amazing. But she needs to begin to love herself, and that starts with tuning into your heart and going into your heart and loving. So do some mirror work and loving yourself, and do the heart coherence and giving love to. The best way to start loving yourself is to love others and allow others to feel what love is. So that is step number one, and that's where she is. So show her that work, Kerilyn. That's what I'm getting. Show her that work. Yeah. Hey, brother Jelle. Oh, God. A lot of people miss this beautiful man, Jelle. I miss you, brother. And I'm glad you're finding yourself. You so deserve it. Okay. And Erik is, Jelle's asking for a message from higher self. So Jelle's higher self, would you come in, please? It's really coming in dense, your higher self energy, Jelle. And it's like moving down my body like molasses, but it's going right down my chakras, right to my root chakra. It's going right down to my feet, into the floor, and I'm feeling grounded. And it's like you had a learning trajectory that went really high and fast, and you taking the time for yourself has helped ground you again. And it's like it's brought you back down, and now you're in that comfortable plateau, in that stage, and the feeling is like you're getting ready to do the work again, to get that round up again, to get that growth within you. Not quite yet, but you're still in that grounding stage, but you're gearing up now. It's now time. And what they're saying is in terms of the ramping up, be careful of how fast you go, because you tend to be an all-in type of person, and you immerse yourself in a lot of these things, much like I am. And you just throw yourself in, and you're like, and you get it done, and you just immerse yourself. What they're saying is as you enter back into the space, take it slowly with baby steps, and don't rush into it. Take your time, like molasses, slow, steady. As it drips down, it's like nice, slow, gooey. Allow it to move at that pace and not go too fast. That's what I'm getting for you, Jelle. That was beautiful. I'm really excited for you to come back, but at your pace, being respectful to yourself. That really is needed. Yeah, love it. Oh, you're welcome, Fee. Yeah, I love you, Fee. You're beautiful, Fee. You, your mom, your family, you guys are beautiful. I love you guys. Yeah. Okay, so I'm coming to Mahi. Mahi 4320. So Mahi says, today I'd love to hear a message from my angels. Okay, so Mahi's angels, would you come in, please? And I just feel like angels descending all in front of me, but they're all around me. And there are a lot of angels. And it's almost nonstop, the number of angels that are just descending in front of me, one by one. And they're all around. But there's one, and there's one, and there's one, and there's one. And they're just coming down slowly, peacefully, in a very loving way. And so what they're showing is not only are you surrounded by your angels, but you're surrounded by a small army of angels. This isn't just like one or two angels you have around you. You have an army of angels that's looking out for you in multiple ways, multiple aspects, multiple avenues, just multiple ways. Like you are being watched for. So everything you do is actually quite beautiful, quite perfect in every way. And really now you're entering into a state of allowing. So just allow the angels to ascend around you. Begin to move over into a feeling state, because I feel like they're also trying to get your attention, and you might be seeing or feeling something there. So when you feel something behind you, and you kind of turn around and say, oh, nothing's there, something is there. So now they're getting into a habit of feeling and feel the vibrations in the space around you. And it's going to help with your sensitivity and your awakening and opening. So now you're moving into a feeling state, because your heart is opening up. So continue to work on your heart and continue to begin now to tune in to the feelings of entities around you. And you're going to start connecting with that. And you can join me and Rachel Sawani on her private Facebook group, Intuitive Soul Rising. You can get the link if you go to the Divine Soul Awakening Wednesday show. You'll see links to Rachel's Facebook group page. Every Thursday at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time, we are now doing practice sessions, which typically run for like an hour and a half. So now you're getting ready to do your practice and bring Disha with you. So you two start practicing, and you can even do the replay. You don't have to do this during the live. You can do it during the replay as well. So I'm seeing a need for you to start beginning to practice your ability to connect with your intuition, higher selves, and guides around you. That's the stage you're at. Yeah, that's really cool. We're really happy for you there, Mahi. You're opening up nicely. Love it. Okay, so Veronica and 14627. Okay, so Veronica. Hi, Eric and Colin. Happy to be here and need advice and help. Okay. Eric. What does Veronica need to hear and receive right now? I'm feeling the heaviness coming in. And I feel you thinking about, is it your son that's passed away? And you're really you're focusing and tuning into your energy into the loss of, it feels like your son, but it's like the loss of something. Loss of a relationship, loss. And you're just keeping all of your energy on that. What he's saying is, there's times people come into our lives and leave our lives to help us along our path, and they serve the good that they need to serve at the time that they serve. So instead of looking back at what you've lost, look at what you had, and look at those moments that was beautiful and loving, and the pieces that make you laugh. And as that makes you laugh, notice. Okay, so here's your process. Here's your process. You're going to go into your heart, start breathing into your heart and around your heart, and do that and feel it, and feel the expansion, and then begin to bring in love. If you go to the 1 Billion Strong channel where I do the live 12 noon and midnight sessions, I've pretty much been doing this lately. So go into your heart and start tuning in and bring love in, and feel the love in your heart. And this is going to raise your vibrations. And then bring in your son or your past loved one, and begin to bring in the happy moments that you had with them, the beautiful moments that made you laugh, made you smile. And that is going to align you into their energy, and it's going to raise your vibrations up and feel them, and you'll be able to feel them around you. So now you're entering the state that they no longer want you to look at the worry, the woe is me, well, this is what we had, they're gone now, whoa. That's not what you want for the rest of your time here on this earth. You want to shift over into love and expansion. And if you want to be part of the ascension or awakening, you need to shift over into love. And that's how you're going to do it. Start there, because that's what's weighing you down. Yeah, that's what's coming through for me, Veronica. That's definitely weighing you down. Yeah, I get that very much for you. Okay, that's cool. Oh, Yellow, you heard it. Beautiful. Good. I'm glad that resonates with you, man. Thank you. I'm so glad to have your. If anyone ever got to experience Yelle's energy, like it's larger than life. It is. He looks like Jesus, and his energy is like Jesus. It's so like it's loving and caring and comforting and beautiful. I have so much love and respect for Yelle. Even though when we first started the Divine Soul Awakening, my old twitchy corporate self came through, and I didn't like that side of myself. I always felt like I pushed him away, but I've released that as well. It was all part of the growth that he needed, that I needed as well. So it was perfect. Divine timing. Everything is perfect. So Jen's coming through, or rather this. Okay, so Jenn says, sorry, I'm going to timestamp you first, Jenn. And again, all this is going to be in the description afterwards. And I'm still doing really good on time here. That I will be able to get through everybody. Divine timing before my call. So Jenn says, is there a past life that may be affecting this lifetime for me? Okay, Jenn. Who wants to answer this? I feel like it's you, like a past you that's come in. And it's not so much that the past lifetime is affecting this lifetime. It's the past lifetime, the lesson wasn't learned. So now you're going through it in this lifetime, in a different body, in a different personality, in a different situation, but the lesson is the same. So in the past lifetimes, you've avoided it. And it actually feels like in a past lifetime, you might have committed suicide because you just didn't want to deal with it. But then you went back, you saw, it's like, shit, I didn't do it. Damn it. Okay, let me go back. I'm going to do it this time. And now you're back in this lifetime and you are facing the same challenges that you did in that past lifetime in a different way. But the lesson is going to be the same. And that's what's there for you to learn, is that lesson. So, what can she do? Go through the process. So I'm feeling the intuition development course that I have up on my channel. I'll put a link to it at the end. I'll just make a note of that. Intuition dev course. I'll put that at the end. And I'm feeling for you to, if you're not doing that, start doing that. Or go take a look at William Michael Forbes and start working with him, and start learning those lessons through him. But you can do the free version through what I have and give a taste and see if that works for you. And that's going to help you get into your meditations, start doing the emotional releases, and start looking at these things within you. The real difference is that when you take a one-on-one course with William, you're supported by a lot of positive energy that raises your vibrations, but it also, you get the guidance as you get the question to come up and the emotions to come up. He's going to draw it out of you and take care of it right now, instead of you being by yourself and trying to figure out what to do with everything. So really what I put out there, the intuition developer, is a taste for you. And it's like, that's where you're moving into. You need to start releasing those emotions, start looking at these things and realize that past life, the things that you're going through, is not your fault. It's not you. It's something for you to look at. So you could really benefit from the intuition development course, free on my channel. Start with that, or take a look at williammichaelforbes.com. Go to look at his channel, his YouTube, Facebook, but namely his website, and take a look at his courses, because you're ready for that. The 101 is just finishing, and the 102 is starting now. So that's why I feel like maybe do the intuition development course for the next, until the 101 circles around again. But you can still go into the 102. It's a lot of emotional releasing that, and I feel like you're not ready for it. You need to get into the base stuff first. So that's what I got for you, Jenn. I'm really excited for you. You can do it. You got it. You got it. All right. The wonderful Marjorie. And 154 on the nose. Okay. So Marjorie would love a message from Melchizedek. Okay. Okay, Melchizedek, would you come in, please? Okay. It's coming like really heavy. It's like he's coming through my between like my solar plexus and heart chakra in my spine, and there's like a really heavy knot there. There's also feels like pressure that's on my, like a little bit on my throat and chest, on the front and a little bit more off to the side, and it feels like really heavy. Oh, okay, so Melchizedek, what's your message for Marjory? If you're not done yet, is what he's saying. Like, you're not done yet. I think this is in relation to your own spiritual growth, that you have your business now that you've just started up. You got your Facebook business page up. You've kind of started to align into what you want to do and how you can help people. But he's saying in terms of the lessons and the knowledge that you learned again, you're not done yet. And there's feels like other courses or other things to learn for you, because you really are quite knowledgeable in a lot of areas. Very expansive, very knowledgeable. But it feels like the lessons aren't like there's more for you to learn because of like the masses of people that you're going to be helping. It's quite extensive, but there's more for you to learn so that you can really be complete with your helping. So right now it feels like the Akashic records, and I can feel like the candles and the herbs and the rituals. It's one aspect of it, but there's so much more that you can become a complete healer or helper in that sense. But they're labeling it as healer, that you're going to be healing people in a very big way, but there's more for you to learn. And it's not like you're stopping on that, but because you're starting the business, it's like, don't forget that you have all this other aspects of you. But there's also the need to get used to the new changes in business that you're in, but also don't forget about the other lessons and courses that you need to learn, because there's so much more for you to learn, so much more. And with that, since I'm reading for Marjory, come on Wednesday, Marjory is actually going to be our guest on Divine Soul Awakening at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. And Marjory is going to be talking about spiritual rituals, what they are, how to do that, if it's really working, how it's going to help with your spiritual gifts. She's got a really cool bit of topics, things that we can touch on, that I know the panel were really excited to hear from Marjory, and we're going to have a lot of questions. So join us Wednesday on that, and listen to Marjory in the spiritual stuff, because I'm quite humbled by Marjory, and she's taught me quite a bit, and I appreciate that. Okay, so I'm coming to Wendy here, and I'm going to continue to move fast here so I can get through all these before my phone call comes in. Okay, so Wendy says, I've always been healthy all my life, not even a broken nose. Set in what I thought was a direct corporate work plan. Got MS, and it was the beginning of my awakening, and now I'm on a new path. Oh, awesome. Yeah, that's Wendy and I very much share that same path. We had a really, really good chat the other day. I didn't really realize how Wendy is really like my sister. So yeah, we have such a similar path, just different locations and different bodies. So thanks, Wendy. Glad you're here, and glad you said that. Yeah, corporate person, and the MS just changed you, but now you realize how amazing you are in a different way. So I love that. Love that. You're welcome for the message, Dee. Thank you for asking it. Okay, I'm coming up to Stargirl. Cool name, Stargirl. 158:35. And Stargirl says, will I get married to Solomon? What's his feeling for me? I'm confused. Okay. The union of Stargirl and Solomon. Can you come in, please? Okay. Will Stargirl marry Solomon? I'm feeling it's leaning towards yes, but there still is free will that's playing in here. I'm going to tune into Solomon. What's going on with Solomon? Okay, so Solomon is in a transition stage right now. So Solomon is growing up, moving from young adult to adult. and feeling that you guys have been together for quite some time, and that it's ready to take the next leap. But it feels it's almost like he's feeling it's obligatory, even though he loves you. He's questioning himself. So it's his own self, body and ego that is saying, oh, danger. Okay, there's a really big change in your life. Are you ready for this? You're going to be with this person for the rest of your life. Are you ready? So the ego is jumping in there and it's trying to warn him a little bit. But it's much like watching a child on their bicycle for the first time, and you've just taken the training wheels off. So from afar, a parent is super scared, but they're going to be okay. And this is what's happening with the ego right now, that the ego is, be careful, watch that pebble, watch that stone, watch out for that hole. Oh, be careful of the grate. So they're very, his ego is being very cautious right now and being, look out. And the best thing that you can do for him right now is to continue to show him how really cool and amazing you are. Even though you're kind of scared and freaked out a little bit from this, that's your own ego that's protecting you. So are you sure you want to get married to this guy? He's waffling, so we better be careful and we got to protect ourselves. So now both your egos are at play here, trying to protect you from getting into a situation that could be not so great. But ultimately, the best thing you can do is to talk to your ego, settle yourself down, get into your meditations, just kind of calm yourself down and breathe and observe that feeling and see why that feeling's coming up. It's not even so much about why, but more so about letting go. And you look at the emotional release stuff that I have. I can put a link to it at the end, but I have in a group emotional release. You look at the playlist, emotional releasing, and you can start looking at how to release your emotions. And there's a need for you to do that. So when you're around Solomon, that you can just kind of be your cool self and know that he's freaking out a bit. But all you can do is really be just, hey, let's have some popcorn. Let's watch a movie. Oh, here's a beer. I'm just kind of chilling out with you, and just be the cool self that you are. And that's going to appease his ego from being a little bit scared right now. And to see just like, oh yeah, she's so freaking amazing. And this is why I love her so much. Like why would I be worried about this? So show him the good of you, show him your love, and don't show him the ego side of you, because your ego is there, and it's okay for your ego, and it's okay. Ego's there to protect us, and it's okay. Ego, you're okay. You're okay, ego. You're gonna be fine. We're just gonna sit back. We're gonna be objectives about this. We're gonna be love. We're just gonna be and let everyone do what they need to do. It's all gonna work out just fine. Yeah, that's what I got. Thank you for asking that question, Stargirl. That's really cool. Okay, I've got a few more here. I've just got to take my phone off vibrate, and because I'm expecting a call in about 10 minutes, and let me get through as much as I can here. So, White Rabbit, I'm going to skip you for a minute and come to the others that hasn't had a chance yet. So I'm going to circle back to you. Okay. Okay, there's my timer. I got 10 minutes. So Yolanda, 203:15. Okay, Yolanda says, hi, Con. I wonder when I'm going to have a relationship and move from the house. Okay. When you begin to love yourself more and allow others to come in, it's not time for love for you. So you've been working on yourself, Yolanda, and releasing stuff, and you think love is what's going to cure you and help you, and leaving your house is going to cure you and help you. No, that's not it. You got to work on yourself. You're not done working on yourself. All you're trying to do is say, well, I'm tired of looking at myself now. I just want to replace that with moving my home and moving all my stuff with me that's here. It's still going to be there when you move to the new home. And any relationship comes in, it now just means that you have all your stuff plus another person that's crowding up your space. So the relationship's going to come in once you free yourself and allow emotions to come in. That's it. They're being quite direct on that. And I'm coming into Albina, 204:26. And Albina says, what are my guardian angels' names and what is my life purpose? Okay. Guardian angels, you want to come in? I feel like a male and female, although it almost feels like two males. So strong female. Okay, so why don't you just give me a name? Mike, Big Mike, is your male guardian angel. Mike. And Michaela is your female guardian angel. That's what's come through. Okay, life purpose. It feels it's really weak right now, and it kind of feels like life purpose. Like in terms of helping, possibly even like helping kids and helping them just get through life, holding space, helping with awakening, meditation, what it might be. But it seems like it might have to do with like kids. And you're going to be helping kids in a sense of, kids go through the worst learning about themselves, who they are and everything that happens around them. So it feels as if you're going to be helping kids in some way. But it's very faint right now and weak is how I feel it. So I don't know if that idea has ever thought to you. I don't even know if you like kids, but that's just what's coming to me. A little bit weird. But yeah, that's what's coming to me. Yeah. Okay. And Dinu. Okay, Dinu at 2:06:40. Dinu says, my wife has allergic issues in her body, which will be swollen like edema in the evening time every day. Any messages for my guides? Thank you. Okay. I'm feeling like the foods that she's eating is it's too salty. She needs to go to more of a plant-based diet that needs to be weaned down. That's not so salty. And guys, I'm just going to put you on pause for a second. Awesome. Okay, so he's going to call me back in 5-10 minutes, so it gives me time to get through everybody. Divine timing, right? Okay, so coming back to here. I'm getting its salt. There's too much sodium in the diet. There's a need to go more plant-based, but more natural plant-based. When we're saying plant-based, we're not talking about deep-fried food. We're talking like more vegetables, more salad, like alive, fresh, avoiding the store-bought dressings. It's becoming more natural, more simple. It's like there's just too much, and the body needs a little bit of help releasing those toxins from the body, like a detox. And also, I'm seeing that she needs more water, because the system is like being stuck, and also the need for movement. It's like she's very like sticking in one place all the time. So even getting on a vibration machine, going for a walk, going on a rebounder. Something to just kind of get the lymphatic system moving, because it feels like she hasn't been moving and the lymphatic system is very much clogged and things aren't draining. So there's a need for her to get moving, clean up the diet, and much of this will balance out. Also take a look at someone a little bit more natural. Don't look at this is something you definitely want your doctor for, so don't take this as medical advice. But also look at something that's a little bit more natural, like a naturopath, more like a holistic nutritionist, a registered nutritional counseling practitioner. Like RNCP is something to look at, and something that kind of looks at foods and diets, and they can kind of work a little bit more naturally for you. There's a lot of junk in the system that needs to be detoxed. We've even seen like foot baths. infrared saunas. Like she's got like a lot of toxins in the system that needs to be released. So that's what I'm getting for you. Yeah. That's what's coming through. Okay. H-I. And I know I'm really going to mispronounce your name here. So I apologize for mispronouncing your name. Hrimanvi. Okay. Sir, myself, Dinesh. Any message from my angel guide? I am not okay too. Okay. Like Dinesh. Okay. So what's going on with the guides here? What do you guys want to say? I can really feel your heaviness. Like I want to cry and just a lot of heaviness. Okay. How does Hrimanvi deal with this? I'm getting the need. Okay, they're saying start with water. Get more water into your system, not tap water, natural water, spring water. Get more water into your system. I'm also seeing the need for you to look at that intuition development course as well. But there's a need for you to start getting into meditation, start getting into yourself, start releasing some of the heaviness that you have within yourself. And it's almost too much. You got to start somewhere. And if you can just release one little fleck of something, that is good. So start with anything. And water is what I'm hearing for you, to start with water. Because even in your meditations, the style of meditation, you might be meditating, but it's not the right style for you, not right now, to help you look at your emotions. So look at the intuition development course, which I'll have a link at the end of this video, which will be done tonight for the next few hours. And that's where you need to start off. Yeah, that's where you need to start off. Yeah. Okay. I don't know how much that's going to resonate or not. Okay, so I'm being told to end this now. And there's my call. So I got to go. Thanks everybody for being here, and I love you so much. Bye all.